Hi, I'm Miss Barb, and Miss Lauren invited me here today to the Lenawee District Library to show you some origami. And I have here a blinking eye that I want to teach you to make. So, we're going to need a sheet of copy paper, doesn't matter what color, and because we need a square, we're going to have a pair of scissors to do some cutting. And in order to draw the eye inside, we're going to need some kind of a pencil or a pen. And I even have a crayon with me so I can color in my eye. So let's get started. First, we're going to make a square. So you're going to take your sheet of copy paper and take one corner, one of the upper corners, fold it down to the bottom so that the edges are even and so that your fold goes right through this other bottom corner here. And then crease it. Looks like this. And we're going to take our scissors and cut right along this edge in order to get a square. And when I open this up, I have a square. Now, we're going to need the other diagonal fold. So I'm going to take this corner and fold it down to match this corner to create another diagonal. Looks the same. It's got fold lines in that it didn't have before. Open it back up. It's still a square. I want you to turn it so it looks like a diamond. And then we're going to take the top corner and the bottom corner, and we're going to fold them into the center. The center is where the two fold lines cross, so you got to keep an eye on that spot. Make sure you're creasing after you get it set. Right into the center, and then crease. It looks like that. Now, we're going to take this top edge and this bottom edge. Those are going to be folded into the center as well. When you do that, you need to be sure that this triangular fold that you just created doesn't come undone. So I'm holding it down and bending it over and bringing it right up to the center line. And I'm eyeing it all along there to make sure it is along the center line. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. I've got to turn it around so I can see better. But again, I'm holding it down and rolling it over and then bringing it up to the center line and crease it. The paper's starting to get thicker there, so it's a little harder to do. So it looks like this. Okay, now we're going to open it up and refold a little bit. I'm opening it up all the way. All of my folds are undone. The very corners here at the top and the bottom have to be folded to the inside. So I'm just refolding a fold line that's already there. I'm changing the direction is all. And then I'm going to fold it over on this next fold line, top and bottom. So now it looks like this. And this, now it's time to make the eye. The eye needs to be positioned between these two folds. You've got a nice big space here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to draw a circle around the center. So look and see where your center lines are crossing. That will tell you the center. That'll be the pupil. And I'm kind of coloring it in. Looks like that. And then I'm going to draw a bigger circle that goes from the top between these folded edges. And what's easiest for me is to do it like a quarter at a time. So I'm starting up here and heading over to the left. And I'm going to start down here and come over to the left and meet that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Nice big round. Ooh, that came out quite good. I'm pleased with that. I'm going to color it in a little bit because I sure do want my, I don't know who this guy is that's green. It might be an ogre. But I want him to have a blue eye. So I'm trying to color in a direction that goes from the outer circle to the inner circle, because that looks kind of like the way our eyes are colored, the iris in our eyes. And I'm going around the outside, just fill in a little bit. I'm not filling in the center really, because I don't know if you've looked at an eye lately, but the color doesn't seem to be as intense in the center of our eyes as it is in the outer edge. So I'm going to leave it like that. So there's my eye. And now I'm ready to finish folding. To do that, I'm going to take these two folded over flaps, fold one of the top one down, the bottom one up, and I'm covering up the eye. Makes sense, doesn't it? Since those are going to be my eyelids. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it over. And I've got to fold the points that are out here on the outside in. So each one of these outer points gets folded into the center line, the center point. So you can see where the center point is because there are two fold lines that cross there. And it's in the middle of my eye pupil, which actually you can see because my marker went through. So there's one of them folded in. And now I'm going to fold this one in to the center as well. And crease it. So that's what I have. We're almost done. In order to form the shape of the eye, though, I need to get rid of these square corners. So each one of these square corners is going to be folded over, and when you make these folds, there's two places you need to be watching. One of them is in the middle of the end. The other one is in the middle of the top or bottom. I'm going to be doing the top first. So I'm going to fold this corner over, and I want my fold line to go from this point to this point. So I'm watching those points, and I'm bending my paper until I get it to where it's got the crease. This edge here goes from center to center. And I'm creasing it, and it's getting thicker yet, so it's harder to crease. But it looks like that. I'm going to do the same thing with this top one here. I'm watching this point, and I'm watching this point. Folding this over. Watching here, and creasing. The top of my eye is now formed. I still have the bottom to do. It's easier for me if I turn it around, so I'm going to do that and do the same thing that I just did. I'm watching this point and this point, and that's where I want my creases to go. You're going to have to lift this one up because it's in the way, and you'll need to do the same thing on the other end. This one you'll need to lift up because you're going to have to fold under it. I'm watching this point here, the center, and this center. And I'm folding it over, creasing it. Now, I'm going to pull those two that I just folded over so that they're standing up, just kind of like these are. And I'm going to pinch them together. Now I will see if I can, oh yeah. If I pinch, I'm hanging onto them together, and then I'm bringing my hands together in kind of a twisting motion. Is it working? Oh, it is. Oh, the other way. Thank you. Thank you. My able assistant here is helping me out. Now, if you want, you can add eyelashes. I did add eyelashes on this one. They're just straight lines along the edge. And you have the blinking eye. Yay! Thank you for watching.